trying to make sense of the world. Trying to turning around, trying to walk back where I came. Trying to see, trying to believe that my mind can set me free. Oh, trying to find, trying to want, trying to love the life I know. Trying to find, trying to want, and love the life I in that empty sky, to that empty sky.
Come along with me and I'll show you a place where the lifeblood flows at a different pace. Come along with me and see the people's pride reflected in the hardy countryside, and you can see what it's doing to me, and you will know when you go to where you can feel that good ground under your feet. Hang on, 'cause the feeling is so sweet. Rule number one is leave your troubles behind. The second thing you need is some peace of mind. Now close your eyes and drink in the air. Relax, my friends, for you don't have a care, and you can see what it's done to me. Now that you know where you can go, where you can feel that good ground under your feet. Hang on, 'cause the feeling is so sweet. Play it for me, Todd. Feel that good ground under your feet. Hang on, 'cause the feeling is so sweet. Now come back with me to the complicated life where you carry your troubles on the edge of a knife. And don't you worry and don't you sigh. And now you know the place where you can come back by. Now that you've found the good ground. Now that you know where you can go, where you can feel that good ground
I'm ready. Hello again, Trivialist, this September the 2nd, 2025, and welcome live trivia in your living room from our studio. I'm Jeff Cook, holding down the fort while members of our regular team are on assignment. Amy Welsh not here tonight. Anna and Brandon, they're not available either. So Corey's going to be a panelist. He might be our only panelist so far.
No, I'm here. I just don't have videos still.
Greg's here too? Okay, awesome. Our own Ken Jennings is here. Greg, and this Friday is First Friday, is it not?
All right. And this Saturday is the Balderdash Brew Fest, wherein it's all the home brewers come in and basically pay once and drink all the beer you want.
Wow. Kind of like...
Yeah. I'll be checking IDs to gate, so...
Oh, okay. Kind of like Rip Van Winkle. Wake up in 20 years, huh?
Yeah, wake up in the horse barn.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being with us. So, is there a special theme for tonight's show? No, it's just general knowledge, and that seems to be where the pure trivialists, they like the general knowledge questions, and that's why Greg's so good, because, Greg, even if you don't know the answer, you can reason it out well. Knowledge of Latin is helpful in these type of games. And like I said, geography, history, it's all good. So, Corey, go ahead, Greg, I'm sorry.
As long as it's not more Gilmore Girls questions.
How many Gilmore Girl questions were there last week? Too many, but
at least
3. Sean says 3. Is there any reason we can't get Greg's photo up on the screen? That's on your end. Did you push the video button, Greg?
I've installed a video camera, but my Zoom is like completely hung. I can't even mute it right now. And
Well, we're happy to have your audio. It'll be like a voice from beyond. So we welcome the greatest minds in the universe to do battle tonight. I'm going to try to do my best to hold down the fort, as I said. I have kissed the Blarney Stone, so it's supposed to give you the gift of eloquence. And also, I might be able to drink from this cup of knowledge. It says Community Media's Trivia Cup of Knowledge. The bearer of this cup is the most smartest. Well, I don't know if that's grammatically correct, but it certainly would be an honor to be able to hold this trophy even for a few seconds. But the winner gets worldwide bragging rights, I should say universal bragging rights for a whole week. And that ain't nothing. That's pretty significant. So, are you guys ready to play?
I say so.
All right.
All right, let's have at it. Hopefully we have lots of people playing out there. Game starts in 15 seconds. If you'd like to be a panelist, give us a call, 717-334-3000, or on the website, communitymedia.net. Remember, the more quickly you answer correctly, the more points you get. Good luck, everyone. Which Italian city is known as the birthplace of Pisa? Milan, Florence, Bologna, or Naples? Wow, this is a good question. And it's important to know this, too. Because Bologna, do they put the bologna on the pizza?
I have no idea.
Is it Naples? The people say Naples, and the people, once again, are correct. So, well, Naples in southern Italy, famously known as the birthplace of Pisa. Tomato and toppings originated in Naples during the late 18th or 19th century. Neapolitan style, soft, thin crust, and simple quality ingredients such as fresh tomatoes, mozzarella quickly gained popularity. Greg Weaver and the Dude, neck and neck with Ruby from Boston, third. Players around the universe. The peak of Mount Everest is the closest point on Earth to outer space. True or false? Is this a trick question? Could you overthink it?
It's supposed to be to the equator that.
But wouldn't you think it would be true? I mean, it's 29,000 feet, and so that's what I'm saying. People could overthink it and say, well, what? It's false. Oh, this one I got to see the answer to this, because only 3 people got it right. While Mount Everest is the highest point on Earth's surface above sea level, it is not the closest point to outer space. Due to the equatorial bulge, the Earth is not a perfect sphere and bulges outward of the equator. As a result, Mount Chimborazo in Ecuador, which rises to 20,500 feet, is the closest to outer space. Wow. I wonder if
That's what I was
Schwulfe,
wondering.
knew, yeah. I'm sorry, Greg. What is the large drum carried over the shoulders and played in marching bands called? Bass drum, timpani, bongo, or snare drum? Yeah, the bongo, man, with that groovy beat. I don't think that's right.
A snare.
Not the snare drum. Ba, 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 ba. It's the bass drum, isn't it? People are all over this. It could be called a soft toss, perhaps. And that the people are correct. That was a great question, though, with Mount Everest. Bass drum, commonly seen in marching bands, parades, drum lines, uses straps, allows for mobility while playing. Bass drum provides a steady pulse that keeps an entire marching band in step. And we see that every Memorial Day. Schwulfe holding down first, but Greg Weaver and the dude lurking. Ruby from Boston fourth, Danny Weaver. Double points if 2 sides of a triangle are equal and one angle is 90 degrees. How many degrees are each of the other 2 angles? 30, 45, 90, or 60? Oh, are each of the other 2 angles? Oh, yeah, it is 45. So not what they are combined, but what each of the other, it adds up to 180.
Yeah, I misread the question there.
Oh, so double points. The total of the angles in a triangle, always 180 degrees. It's called a right isosceles triangle. The right angle is 90 degrees. Each of the other 2 measures exactly 45 degrees to total 180 degrees. Schwulfe is a mathematical wizard, and he's all over that, but just a 24-point lead over Greg Weaver. What animation studio likes to include this truck into all their projects as an Easter egg? Animal Logic, Illumination, Leica, or Pixar? This truck is that supposed to be a photo of this truck? This is a very difficult question.
So, yeah.
I mean, all I see is a blue square in the middle. Pixar.
That's from Toy Story.
Wow. I guess we would have guessed Pixar just because it's the only animation studio I know. The Pizza Planet truck appeared in every single film, sometimes in full size, sometimes miniature. The vehicle always ends up in the frame. I never knew that. Minutia, that's what we specialize in. Schwulfe with a 20-point lead over Greg Weaver, the dude, in third, but Ruby from Boston hanging around. Which of these farm animals is not classed as a mammal? Cow, chicken, goat, or horse? Well, I think this is another lob. Because even though, I mean, I don't want to give away the answer. If anybody doesn't have it by now, it's got to be chicken. It's a bird. It's not a mammal. But some people still got it wrong. They picked the goat, the horse, the cow. I blame it on dexterity if I were you.
Yes.
Anybody who didn't get that one right. Chickens are birds to the class aves. Like mammals, chickens do not have mammary glands, and they lay, unlike mammals, they lay eggs instead of giving birth to live young, covered in feathers rather than having fur or hair. And they don't all fly either. Like the penguin doesn't fly. The chickens certainly aren't too good at it. Some ducks aren't too great at it either. Which of these films does this set of emojis describe? Castaway, Poseidon, Titanic, or Ocean's 11? Oh, man. Okay. Wilson, that's the volleyball. That's Tom Hanks, but I don't think that's the right answer. I say Titanic. Yeah, the people say Titanic. Ocean's 11, not so much. Because there's the ship cut in half, then you have a broken love at the end. I don't know what the third is. Most Oscars earned, 11 Academy Awards, tying Ben-Hur and Lord of the Rings, Return of the King for most Oscars won by a film. I saw it. And the last survivor just died not too long ago. Go Denver Broncos, 12. This popular British picnic food is known as a blank egg, Welsh, Scotch, Liverpool, or Devon. You know, I always wondered what these things look like. I know the answer, but does that look appealing to anybody on the panel?
No. I think it's just me on the panel now.
Is that like a breaded, what happened to Greg? He had to go.
Greg is, I think
The
we
Scotch
lost
egg,
Greg.
of course. And a chance to thank our current banner sponsors, Adams County Community Foundation, Adams County Sports Hall of Fame, Destination Gettysburg, Classic Antique Innovations, Claire Lohman Realtor, and UPMC, Life-Changing Medicine. This popular picnic food is known as a Scotch egg. Egg was inspired by an Indian snack dish called kafta. Who knew? Greg Weaver, he's still playing even though we can't hear him. He's second place. What do Americans call the British and Irish breakfast food known as eggy bread? English muffin, Belgian waffle, French toast, or Danish pastry?
Hey, we got Greg back.
Well, if you know how to make it, you know, I might say French toast because you probably think English muffin.
Yeah,
But the people agree, French toast, they've all made it. You need a little egg, and it's eggy bread. That's what it is. And you call it French toast. It sounds a lot. You can charge $10 for it. Who would pay $10 for eggy bread? Britain and Ireland,
I
typically
literally
known
made
as.
Scotch eggs 2 nights ago, so.
You did? Was it good?
Oh, yeah. Got to use that Jimmy Dean sage sausage for the wrapper.
Okay. Some excellent players. It's up for grabs. Martin Luther King Jr. paid the hospital bill for Hollywood actress Julia Roberts' birth. True or false? What?
It was an actress he paid the bill for.
For her birth?
Yeah, the hospital bill for her mother.
For her mother. Wow. Look at that split. It's even. Nobody has, it's all a guess. It's true. What?
Yeah.
How
One
about
day.
that?
And
Walter and Betty. Go ahead, Greg. I'm sorry.
was the guy who made Little Caesars paid for Coretta Scott King's apartment
Wow.
up until the day she died. I think. It was
I guess
some-
Julia's parents really helped out the civil rights movement. So, which Greek deity shares the name with the first vertebrae in the human spine? Atlas, Apollo, Ares, or Artemis? You know, I have names for my vertebrae, but they might not be the official medical terms. I call them like Johnny and Max and Albert, Gus.
I'm assuming Atlas, since Atlas holds up the world. Whoever holds up the.
I like your
rest of the-
reasoning. Look at that.
Yeah.
Greg might be back on top. That might do it. Good thinking. Atlas was a titan famous for holding up the heavens. Appropriately, the first cervical vertebrae is named the atlas because it supports the globe of the head. Directly beneath the atlas vertebrae is another vertebrae called the axis, enabling a range of motion for the head and neck. Is that where the Germans and the Nazis and the Italians got the name Axis? I don't think so.
I don't
think so. What is the main ingredient of the creamy Middle Eastern dip called baba ganoush? Eggplant, avocado, artichoke, or chickpea? Is this photo help at all, Greg?
Had it, I said it was chickpea, but that's hummus. I think baba ganoush is actually eggplant, and I'm an idiot.
I don't know much about baba ganoush. I can tell you I never had it. Eggplant or chickpea with a real? It's eggplant. You can't really tell from that photo.
Yeah, that picture threw me off.
Now that's popular Middle East dip whose main ingredient is eggplant. While the dish enjoyed across several countries, it doesn't have a specific country as its main origin. Eggplants are charred over an open flame before being blended with tahini, garlic, lemon juice, and olive oil to create a delicious smoky dip. I don't know about that.
It gives it the brown color.
The dude third. The brown. What country is credited with the creation of sushi as we know it today? Philippines, Japan, Thailand, or China? Now, is that
It's very food themed.
food themed? Are those wrapped in seaweed? Is that what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jordan says
right.
yes. It looks interesting. It's very colorful. I don't know if I would like sushi. Japan is the correct answer. Everybody was pretty much all over that one. We're almost halfway through. Who will win? Who will come out on top? Sushi, as we know it today, initially developed in Japan around the 8th century, underwent transformation before arriving at the modern sushi, with raw fish over rice emerging in the Edo period, 1603 to 1868. It was a wild time when sushi came on the scene, and it's still here to delight. Which sci-fi film contains the elements found in this emoji sequence? E.T., the extraterrestrial, Flight of the Navigator, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or Alien? Now, this is pretty easy. It's clever, too, if you know the script at all. I
The
could
alien
tell,
clip with some Spaceballs.
I could tell you it's not Flight of the Navigator. It's the E.T., because you have the riding the bike, phone home. I don't know is that the moon? The heartwarming story of a young boy named Elliot who befriends an extraterrestrial stranded on Earth. The alien represents E.T., the bicycle and moon represent the famous flying bike scene, and the phone represents E.T.'s recurring request to phone home in the film. Who played the alien in that movie, or was that computer generated?
I thought there was a Warwick Davis did it.
The burger's popular sidekick, these fried potatoes were originally called frites in France and nearby Belgium, Spain, Netherlands, or Germany. Pommes frites, I was in France and they call them, well, I guess in England they call them chips, and they just call them fries in France. I mean, they don't call them pommes frites.
It's a country that always gets invaded.
Belgium, home of the NATO headquarters. Belgium often credited as a true birthplace of fries, even if the term French fries suggests otherwise. Confusion stems from widespread belief that American soldiers stationed in Belgium during World War I named them French fries because the Belgian army spoke primarily French. Both countries claim the origins of the popular dish. Schwolfi, don't look now, but Schwolfi, hanging on the TV show The Office. What product does the company Dunder Mifflin Inc. sell? Magazines, pencils, paper, or calculators? Interesting show. Kind of revolutionary in the way it was filmed. How many seasons? 11? Maybe we should put that on the list for shows with the most seasons. Paper is the most popular answer. I believe that is the correct one. People collectively seldom get it wrong, but 6 people did not get the correct answer. Nobody took calculators. A mid-sized paper retailer in Scranton, PA. Paper products. Toilet paper? Or paper towels? Or reams of typing paper?
Reams of paper.
Yeah.
Copy paper.
Yeah, okay. In the Middle Ages, what country's mustard region was the birthplace of this traditional condiment? India, Afghanistan, France, or Portugal?
Mm.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't France or Portugal. But, yeah, I really don't. I'm not really. Dijon, maybe that's the giveaway. That's why everybody says France. Was that photo on there the whole time? Okay. It's clearly France. The people got it right.
Yeah.
Dijon, commonly regarded as the birthplace of modern mustard, became famous during the Middle Ages due to its unique flavor, often traditionally crafted with brown or black mustard seeds mixed with unfermented wine juice known as verjuice. Schwolfi, a lead, but it's only 39 points. Dude, still solidly in third. Which of these beverages contain ingredients such as carrots and celery? V8, Schnapple, Sunny D, or Capri Sun, all natural? Is this a pretty
The
easy?
ingredients for making a Bloody Mary.
Yeah. This is a snap, but not a Snapple. V8, clearly. The people, they know how to enjoy V8. How about Clamato? Jordan.
Why?
V8, unlike typical fruit juices, uniquely blends the essence of vegetables. Famously contains 8 distinct vegetables, with carrots and celery being key players. In 1947, the vegetable drink aimed to provide a balanced blend of nutrition from vegetables in convenient beverage form. Well, this is about as close as it can get. 34 points separating Schwolfe and Greg Weaver, who played Janet Weiss in the 1975 cult classic, The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Susan Sarandon, Goldie Hawn, Bonnie Franklin, or Gloris Leachman. Of famous Brad and Janet fame.
All the theater kids will get this one.
Famous scene in her bra was Susan Sarandon. Most people know it. But some picked Bonnie Franklin. Cloris Leachman in Young Frankenstein. Susan Sarandon played the role of Janet Weiss, a cultural sensation known for its midnight showings and audience participation of throwing rice, toast, and toilet paper. Who has to clean up after that? Some poor usher. Wow. The longest running film ever, according to Jordan. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Look for it this Halloween. Double points. What university's marching band played at the first ever Rose Bowl in 1902? Stanford, Michigan, Penn State, or University of Oregon? The first Rose Bowl. Well, think of the location of the Rose Bowl. If you're just trying to figure it out, you probably would say Stanford, but that's how the people looked at it. But it's
That's what I
Michigan.
thought.
Look at that. Only one person got it right, and it's double points. This could be a game changer. The University of Michigan holds a special place. The first marching band in the Rose Bowl, 1902, a tradition for school bands featured at the celebrated college football event. They won that match against Stanford with a decisive down. Well, it's hard to believe Stanford didn't have their own band. Schwolfe got it right, and that could be the difference maker. Alskut Cycnet, decaf coffee pitchers all feature an orange handle because that was the color of Sanka's logo. True or false? Sanka. It was a popular brand back in the 60s. I can remember a lot of TV commercials for Sanka.
I think they were the first one to come up with the way to decaffeinate it using carbon dioxide. So.
All right. So it is, people say true. I agree. And it is true. I remember the Sanka packages being orange in color. Well, decaf coffee pitchers commonly feature orange handles as a nod to Sanka, one of the first brands to commercially sell decaffeinated coffee. Sanka utilized bright orange branding, which eventually led to the convention of using orange handles for decaf coffee pots in restaurants and institutions. What a tribute, what a homage to Sanka. Schwolfe, looking solid, but only a few questions left. Which fast food favorite's name and origin can be traced to a city in Germany? Taco, hamburger, hoagie, or fried chicken? Remember the Battle of Hoagie in World War II? Well, this is like soft toss city. Some of these questions, of course, it's the hamburger. And but some people guessed hoagie. They've heard of the Battle of Hoagie. It could be the Battle of the Bulge, really. The fast food favorite, the hamburger, can be traced back to Hamburg, Germany. Sailors were the first to introduce the concept of ground beef patties, known as hamburger steaks, when immigrants later adapted this dish to be placed inside a bun. The classic hamburger was born, revolutionizing American food. Now you could eat it every night. It's a great thing. Which U.S. sport is most closely associated with college marching band performances? Soccer, football, basketball, or hockey? Well, at hockey, they wear skates when they come out, and they get 2 chances to perform. There are 3 periods or 2 half times. I think that's got to be the right answer. No?
What? That would be entertaining.
Well, we lost another flute player, trampled by a tuba player. Football, of course. Wow. 2 people said soccer. Most closely associated with American football. The tradition originated in the late 19th century when university bands began performing at halftime. Here's a little trivia. Gettysburg College is one of only 3 marching bands left in Division III football. I think Lebanon Valley is one of the other 2. What Caribbean island country is named after a Portuguese term meaning bearded ones? Dominica, Tobago, Grenada, or Barbados? Barbados. Well, linguistically, I would say Barbados, but I've been to Dominica. That place, I can't imagine has anything named after it. And it is Barbados, a nice Barbados. It looks like ZZ Top. How do you like the beards when you make a beard ponytail? What do you call that? The name Las Barbados was given to the Caribbean island of Barbados by Portuguese sailors who observed the island's fig trees, which have twisted roots resembling beards. It was primarily the English who later settled and colonized it. I've been to Barbados. I didn't see any beards like that. Pigs roll in mud to keep cool because they lack sweat glands. True or false? Or do they just like mud?
Unless this is an urban legend, but I believe it's true.
Yeah, I think so too.
Would that be a rural legend?
It is true. Well, the people say it's true, and it is. Okay. My faith in humanity is restored. Pigs do roll in mud to keep cool because they lack sweat glands. It also acts as a natural sunscreen and bug repellent. How brilliant. What's the SPF for mud? I don't know. One question left. Schwolfie
got it.
with over 2,000 points. An excellent round. Which of these red wines does not originate from a region in Italy? Rioja, Chianti, Barolo, or Sangiovese?
We want the one with a Spanish name.
Yeah. Rioja?
Rioja.
Rioja. I don't know red wines very well, nor do I know white wines. But ask me about beer, I can tell you about that. Okay, Rioja.
Well, then you should come to Boulder Dash on Saturday.
What time does it start?
I want to say noonish.
Oh, man, that's early start. Well, I guess you don't have to start at noon, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Rioja, a long history of winemaking that traces back to Roman times. So, do we have another question? Yes, we do. Founded in 1948 in Quincy, Massachusetts as Blank Donuts, the baked goods purveyor rebranded it to just Blank in 2019. It's the same word that you plug into both blanks. I don't know if you have to type it twice. No. Sean says no. He's the official arbiter of all disputes.
I got it wrong.
So if you just type Duncan, is it a Duncan?
Yeah,
D-U-N-K-I-N? What if
down
you
the
spell it
street.
wrong? Do you get credit for D-U-N-C-A-N? We'll find out. Duncan.
No, you don't.
Somebody had Deacon, D-K-I-N. That was a spelling mistake. That cost you big time. Jolly Pirate? Though originally focused on their donuts, Dunkin' Donuts became just Dunkin' in 2019 to rebrand as a seller of donuts, beverages, and other breakfast food. We have one right in Gettysburg, Dunkin' Donuts.
I
Well,
have one right down the street, and I should have known that.
Yeah, I know.
Dennis Leary does a whole bit on Dunkin' Donuts and their lack of donuts and coffee.
Ruby from Boston, third place. Is that somebody that... Greg Weaver, second. Nicely done for silver. And Schwolfie pulls it out with a strong round throughout, 21-51. Excellent score. Let's go over it. Go Denver Broncos, 12. Community Media MVP, 11. Robert's mom, 10. Denny Weaver, keep it in the family, 9. Diane, always a contender, 8. Courtney, 7. Corey, 6. Barbara, 5. The Dude, 4. Ruby from Boston, 3. Greg Weaver, silver. And Schwolfie comes out again on top. Du bist so klug, Schwolfie. Ausgezeichnet. All right, so great job, as usual, in the booth, Jordan and Sean. And thanks, Greg, for being with us. Don't forget, 12 o'clock. Again, tell us the name of
1
the...
o'clock. It's 1 to 5, and it's not just the Brew Fest, but we've also got the Cherry Bounce Festival for ladies because they don't like really drink beer. And the distillery is going to be open, and we'll have live bands. So
And this is-
Irish music from across the pond.
This is in, across the pond. Does Dan DeVinny still play with them?
Yep.
All right. And that's in Dillsburg, correct?
At the Dills Tavern. If you drive up 15 north, it's on your right when you get into Dillsburg. You can't miss it.
Exactly. Go through the first light and look on the right. You can't miss it. So hope to see a lot of people out there. Corey, thanks again, and we'll see you next week for Sports Chat and more trivia. Congratulations, Fulfie, Greg Weaver, Ruby from Boston, and the Dude, our top 4. For everybody else, keep trying. Someday you, too, could be the smartest person in the universe. Well, I'm Jeff Cook. We miss our normal co-host. We'll see who's back here next Tuesday, but hopefully you will join us then. Until that time, have a good evening. Mahalo. Thanks for tuning in. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Corey.
All right, talk to y'all later.
All right, Greg. Three touchdown passes, approximately 150 yards, and an interception on defense. So would that have tilted the scales? I think we still, Tim Fry was our player of the game, and according to Corey Smith, we've had 14,000 views of the 56-second clip with me and Luke Fry, so that's pretty amazing. I guess it took a minimal time investment. Anyway, I'll try to do a better job. Captains are out there at the midfield.